Did you know that traditional gardening practices can contribute significantly to environmental degradation? It's true. When we use chemical fertilizers and pesticides, they can leach into our waterways, harming aquatic life and polluting our drinking water. Furthermore, the cultivation of non-native plants and excessive watering strain our ecosystems, leading to unintended consequences for local wildlife. But don't worry, there's a better way to garden, sustainably. Sustainable gardening is about making choices that benefit both our flower beds and our planet. But what exactly is it? Simply put, it's a method of gardening that leans into nature's own rhythms, harnessing the power of biodiversity and natural processes to create lush, vibrant gardens without causing undue harm to the environment. The benefits of sustainable gardening are manifold. It reduces our reliance on chemical pesticides, fertilizers, and excessive water use, all of which can harm our local ecosystems. It encourages the health and resilience of our plants, making them more likely to thrive. And perhaps most importantly, it helps to support local wildlife, from bees and butterflies to birds and beneficial insects. But it's not just about the environment. Sustainable gardening can also yield more robust, resilient flower beds, full of vibrant, healthy blooms that can weather the challenges of each season with grace. It's a win-win situation for you and the environment. Choosing the right flowers is the first step towards a sustainable garden. When it comes to creating an eco-friendly oasis, the flowers you choose can have a significant impact. Opt for native or climate-appropriate flora. This means selecting flowers that naturally thrive in your local climate. Not only will they look stunning, but they'll also require less maintenance. Native flowers are naturally adapted to local conditions, which reduces the need for excessive water, pesticides, and fertilizers. Think about it. These flowers have been growing in your area long before we started gardening. They're built to survive and even thrive without human intervention. Choosing climate-friendly flowers also supports local wildlife, providing food and habitat for pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds. So, you're not just creating a garden, you're also supporting an entire ecosystem. It's all about being in tune with nature, rather than working against it. So, when you're selecting your next batch of blooms, think local and think sustainable. Remember, the right flower in the right place makes all the difference. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. To create a living, breathing sanctuary beneath your blooms, consider composting. It's nature's way of recycling, turning kitchen scraps and yard waste into nutrient-rich soil. Composting not only reduces the amount of waste going to landfills but also replenishes your garden with organic matter, enhancing soil structure, water retention, and nutrient content. So, how can you start composting? Gather green materials like vegetable peels, coffee grounds, or grass clippings, and brown materials like dry leaves, straw, or cardboard. Layer these materials in a compost bin or pile, ensuring a good mix for decomposition. With time, these decompose into a rich, dark, crumbly substance known as black gold, a perfect soil amendment. Incorporating compost into your garden reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers, promoting healthier plants and a healthier planet. Give your soil some love and it'll love your flowers in return. Water is precious, and your garden knows it. In our quest for sustainable gardening, water conservation plays a pivotal role. So, how can we make every drop count? Well, efficient watering methods are a great place to start. Drip irrigation, for instance, delivers water directly to the roots of your plants, reducing evaporation and maximizing effectiveness. Rainwater harvesting, another eco-friendly technique, allows you to collect and store rainwater for later use in your garden. It's nature's own watering system, and it doesn't get more sustainable than that. But saving water isn't just about how we water our plants, it's also about how we prepare our soil. Mulching is a crucial practice here. By covering your soil with a layer of organic material, you help retain its moisture, reducing the frequency of watering needed. In essence, these techniques not only save water, but also create a healthier environment for your plants to thrive. Every drop counts, make sure your garden knows it too. Pests can be a gardener's nightmare, but nature has solutions. Let's dive into the green world of natural pest management. A fantastic way to keep pests at bay is through companion planting. This method involves growing certain plants together that support each other by deterring pests or enhancing growth. For instance, marigolds are known to repel a variety of insects and can be a colorful addition to your garden. Moving on, we find that nature's little helpers, the beneficial insects, are an invaluable asset. Ladybugs and lacewings, for example, love to feast on aphids and other harmful bugs, keeping your flowers safe. Another eco-friendly method is to whip up your own organic pest repellents. Common household ingredients like garlic, chili, or even dish soap can work wonders in deterring pests. Remember, the goal is to maintain a balanced ecosystem in your garden. Work with nature, not against it, and your garden will thank you. Your garden can be a great place to reduce, reuse, and recycle. A sustainable garden isn't just about the plants and soil, it's also about the materials we use. Recycling and upcycling can breathe new life into everyday items, transforming them into unique planters, decorations, and gardening tools. Consider a worn-out ladder. Instead of discarding it, you can repurpose it into a vertical garden for your trailing flowers and climbing plants. Or, if you have old glass bottles, they can be turned into colorful garden borders or wind chimes. Even your kitchen waste can be recycled. Eggshells and coffee grounds can be added directly to the soil as a natural fertilizer. And let's not forget about upcycling. Old tires, wooden crates, even broken ceramics can find a new purpose in your garden. The possibilities are endless, only limited by your imagination. Recycling and upcycling not only reduce waste but also add a personal touch to your garden. Next time, think twice before you throw it away. It might just find a new life in your garden. A garden is not just about flowers, it's about life in all its forms. This is a mantra every gardener should live by. Biodiversity is the spice of life, and your garden should be a reflection of that. So how can we create a garden that supports wildlife? Firstly, plant a variety of flowers. Different species attract different types of wildlife. Bees love lavender and sage, while butterflies are drawn to milkweed and marigolds. Birds, on the other hand, enjoy berry-producing shrubs and trees. Secondly, consider installing features like bird baths or insect hotels. These provide safe havens for wildlife in your garden, inviting them to stay and thrive. Remember, biodiversity isn't just about attracting wildlife, but also about creating a healthy ecosystem. A biodiverse garden is resilient, less dependent on artificial inputs, and more able to withstand pests and diseases. So take a moment to consider the life in your garden. Invite nature in, and watch your garden come alive. Keeping your garden beautiful doesn't have to come at the environment's expense. With a few eco-friendly practices, you can maintain a stunning garden while reducing your carbon footprint. Let's start with weeding. Hand weeding is a simple yet effective practice. It requires a bit more patience, but it's a fantastic way to stay connected with your garden, and it eliminates the need for chemical weed killers. Next, consider using natural mulches. Not only do they suppress weeds, but they also help retain soil moisture and improve soil health. Organic mulches like compost, leaf mold, or wood chips are all excellent choices. Lastly, avoid gas-powered tools. These contribute to air pollution and are often unnecessary. Hand tools can do the job just as effectively and give you a great workout too. Remember, less is more in sustainable gardening. Treat your garden with care and it'll reward you with beauty. Sustainable gardening is not just a personal choice, it's a community effort. It's about fostering a network of gardeners who care deeply about the environment and are committed to keeping it healthy and vibrant. One of the best ways to do this is to get involved in your local community garden. These shared spaces are not only a great place to grow your own flowers and plants, but they're also an opportunity to learn from others, share your knowledge, and spread the word about sustainable practices. Another way to encourage sustainability in your community is to share eco-friendly gardening tips with your neighbors. You don't have to be an expert to share what you've learned. Maybe you've discovered a great source for native plants, or you've found a natural pest repellent that really works. Sharing these tips can help others in your community make more sustainable choices. To quickly recap what we've covered, sustainable gardening is all about making eco-friendly choices. From the flowers you choose to grow, to how you care for your soil, to how you manage pests and water use. It's about recycling and upcycling, encouraging biodiversity, and maintaining your garden in a way that respects our planet. Remember, every flower you plant, every drop of water you save, makes a difference. Start today, make your garden a beacon of sustainability. Because when we all do our part, we can create a greener, healthier world for everyone.